So this week I've been working with a Fujifilm recipe Portra 400 version 2. You can find this recipe on the Fuji Weekly app that's on the App Store somewhere. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this fake film kind of simulation that we can do inside of our Fujifilm cameras. If you don't know what Portra 400 is, I'm just going to show you a few examples here on the screen. And as you can see there, it's a beautiful film stock to work with. A lot of people like to edit these film stocks into kind of a pastel kind of look with very, kind of pastel-y colors. But I like it how it kind of looks generic out the box. It's got a bit more of a green tint to it, but it's still warm and it's beautiful for obviously portraits, hence why it's called portraits, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's some real nice images that can come out from this film stock. Now me personally, yeah, I could go out and film and take pictures on this film stock, but I'm always timid. I'm always a bit apprehensive and nervous to do so. You guys may be the same, or you might just have, bigger cojones than myself. But I always think, man, I'm gonna screw this up. I mean, there's so many times I've got stocks of films and like they just come out looking like trash afterwards. And I think that's why it's fun to be able to use these Fujifilm simulations, and we have so many of them, and they look pretty close to the original film stock, like nearly really close. So I've been enjoying doing that this week. So I'm going to give you guys some examples of that in a moment. But before we carry on, let me just talk about the equipment that I was using this week, because you guys always like to hear about gear, right? So do I. So let's get into it and I'll show you what camera I was using, the setup, lens, stuff like that. So then the camera that I was using is this one right behind me here. This is the Fujifilm X-H1. This is possibly my favorite Fujifilm camera body. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I really like this camera. I think it's pretty dope. I just like the size and weight of it. I feel like I'm holding a real camera. But yeah, so I was using the Fujifilm X-H1. As you can see here, I'm using the kit lens on it, the 18-55 f2.8. And I also have a few filters attached to the end here. I have a Nano X. I keep hitting the mic, I'm so sorry. I have a Nano X black mist filter from K&F on the end, and that's at a 1/4 strength. I also have a Nano X CPL and variable ND filter in one as well, so I can control, polarization. I can control some light coming through the lens, and I feel like this combination is super dope. I've never seen filters out there that can actually do the polarizing and ND at the same time. So yeah, K&F are onto something there, and it's got the mist filter on there as well. So it looks pretty cool, and that's my way of just getting that little bit of edge. There's something about just using these mist filters that just push it a little bit nicer. I think I've showed you in the last video. You can see what it does to the highlights. I've got one on this lens right now. The highlights just kind of bloom and just looks a little bit nicer, and I think it adds to getting that film look. So for me, I found it quite necessary to use this filter with this this Portra 400 film recipe. So then, in conclusion, what would I rate this recipe? I think I'm going to give this recipe a good, strong 8.5 out of 10 so far. This could change down the line. This is my first recipe that we're showing here on this thing here, but I feel like it's a nice, strong representation of what the real Portra 400 looks like, and I think I got some okay results. It doesn't work for every scenario, and that's why I'm bringing the thing down a little. I mean, if you just look great in overcast weathers as well, then I'll be giving it a 9 or something like that. But because in overcast it just doesn't look so great, whereas something like Eterna looks okay in overcast. So give it a try and see how you get on. If you're interested in seeing the high resolution images I took during this video, then I've set up a new Instagram page. It's called Fuji Recipes, and each week I'm going to post on there the images that I've took throughout my videos and the recipe below so that you guys can see it. There's kind of a reference to go back on. This will be a weekly Fujifilm experiment until I run out of recipes. So if you're interested in something like that, maybe hit subscribe, because I know a lot of you guys are not subscribed. You just watch the videos and think, I got what I needed, and then you disappear. Maybe follow the Fuji Recipe Instagram page as well. Hit me some likes up on there, follow along, leave some comments. And if you do want to see a different recipe next week, then leave it in the comments below. Give me some suggestions of what you think I should test out next week, and I'll find the best scenario to shoot that recipe in. All right then, so until next time, peace.
I'll carve your name into the sun, love you till my days are done. I'll never let you go. You're the fire inside